justice and peace and equality.
Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast. What change starts with conversation, man. Change starts here with conversation. Mayor Melvin Harper, second, we were talking before we resided. We talked about, I think the tragedy of the hurricane left us emotional, left us, it kind of touched us in a way where tragedy hit the city. We saw how the city came together. We saw your leadership. We saw what it was about, for you playing that role in the civil servant and not just a politician, okay?
Right.
What's next for the city of Ocilla? What can we look forward to?
You know what? It's funny that I hear you keep saying Voices of the Village. Guess what, man? One of the best hangout spots here in Ocilla is a convenience store. And do you know what we Ocillians call that place?
What's that, man?
The Village. The Village, and uniquely so. When you ask what's next is to simply bring the village of Ocilla together, not just in a greater way, because we're already together in a greater way, but now we're on the precipice of bringing the village together in the greatest way.
Wow.
And I say that to suggest that we're majoring in being our most genuine, unique, and authentic self. Nobody can do it like an Ocillian because there's no other city like Ocilla. To economically continue to develop.
Okay.
Our next real deal is to fix our road.
Okay.
While I can talk about and market all of the great things, the truth of the matter is that Ocilla, the city, has had some not so good times.
Okay.
There have been some, mishaps in, past administrations, and we lost, as a city, we lost our ability to be compliant in order to receive certain grants, certain fundings, and but in order to get better, you've got to confess and confront where you went wrong, and be open and transparent enough to say, hey, this is what's going on.
Right.
And so, man, in just a matter of months, man, I was privileged and pleased to announce on just Thursday of last week, for the very first time in 5 years, that the city of Ocilla is no longer declared broke.
Right.
We have caught up. We don't owe anybody, and being elected while your city or your municipality is in a financial slump isn't the best representation that you can receive. But coming in and doing the work, man, I'm talking about rolling our sleeves. We came in, we rolled our sleeves up.
Right.
I had some changes in administration. I went about 4 months without a city clerk.
Okay.
Which kind of caused me to, use some administrative skills that I have to get in there and do what I could, and seek out and search to say, hey, where do we start? We're at ground zero. But Grace was with us, and we now have the right staff to do the right work, and we're all on one page.
Right.
We're all unified, and so I'm excited. The people are excited. The slogan is better for Ocilla. If we were to go out on the street, I know you were out there early, and man, I can walk out there. People transfer trucks, bump, bump.
Yeah, yeah.
People gonna holler, people gonna wave, and because I'm country, I'm gonna holler and I'm gonna wave back, and you will
Right.
hear them say, "Better for Osceola,
Right.
better for Osceola, better for Osceola." It's not just a slogan.
Okay.
It's not just a phrase. Now it does have a catch. Of course, it has a ring,
Right.
but it's become who we are.
Right.
When the people remember that you ran on that,
Okay.
and when you got elected, you're still running on it. I'm running on that right now. It is the fuel to my daily fire.
Wow.
Better for Osceola. So when you say what's next for this place, man,
Okay.
better.
Better for Osceola,
Better
man.
for Osceola, man.
And it's I mean, we see the economic development happening.
Yes.
Whether some like it, some don't
That's
like
right.
it, but change happens and it's not always accepted and it's not always rejected.
That's right.
You know, we see the new Jacks here,
Yes.
right?
That's right.
Right. We see business growing. We see a new spirit store,
That's right. That's right.
right?
A new bank.
New bank.
Man, we have a new bank. It's crazy. We have a new bank. The new
Okay.
bank has been successful. It's called Community Bank.
Okay. Okay.
The new bank has been so successful. There's I call it affectionately the mother branch. The mother branch is located 9 miles north of here in Fitzgerald, Georgia.
Okay.
And it was just timing.
Right.
You know, there's passage of scriptures that says time and chance, it happens to us all.
Right.
And this is just Osceola's time, and this is our chance to do whatever is necessary with what we have,
Right.
so that better can come. But yeah, man, that bank, they're almost done. They're almost done with it.
Okay.
It'll be opening in a few weeks, and they bought the old county tax building,
Okay.
and they're turning it in and converting it into a bank.
Okay.
And already, man, they have already began to take in new accounts.
Okay.
And what I love about it is not only Community Bank who is coming, what I love about this transition that's happening,
Okay.
we have a local bank. It's called Planners First, man.
Okay.
Planners First, who the president, Mr. Walters, Jake Walters, is very embracive and welcoming in, being very neighborly. See, there's a spirit of kinship here.
Right,
The present and current banks have their arms extended opening, and they're saying welcome. There's no hate. There's no division or no separation. So now we have a credit union that's here.
Okay.
We have Community Bank that's coming. We have Planners First who have been here, and we also have Ameris Bank. Man, we're thriving. We're really better for Osceola.
Better for, and I can see that. I can see now. One of the things with all the new business coming and Osceola growing, we're being better for Osceola. We ride down Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I see in a lot of areas is sometimes our leadership fails to develop the infrastructure for that. The infrastructure for that. What is your plan, along with your council, along with your team, to make sure that you guys stay ahead of the infrastructure rings so that Osceola continues to flow?
Okay. Well, we are a 5-seater council.
Okay.
And I've said this to our council members twice in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
From where I sit, because I don't. In the city council meeting, I am the mayor of Osceola, but in the city council meeting itself, when it's in session, I am not as much of mayor as I am the chairman.
Okay.
And so that means with 5 council members, I don't vote. I don't ever vote unless there is a tie.
Okay.
But I am able to see how all 5 of our individual council members serve and what they personally contribute to the collective board in order to make the choices and decisions to do what's best for Osceola.
Okay.
And sometimes that may mean that what I would like to see, it may not happen, but for the sake of government, it happens for better for Osceola.
Right.
And so with that being said, one of the great privileges of being mayor and having this council you have what you call your standing committees.
Okay.
And outside of the city council, but coupled with the progressive intent, is our Ocilla Irwin County Development Authority.
Okay.
So I automatically serve on that authority, the Development Authority. I'm the vice chairman of the Development Authority.
Okay.
Spent about a month being the chairman until we elected someone.
Okay.
And then there is another individual who is on our council who serves as a member of that authority. So we have say-so
Okay.
because it's an authority as it relates to what comes here, what doesn't come here, but particularly in the realms of improvement and infrastructure.
Okay.
We are present. Our voice is heard,
Right, right.
without throwing our weight around, but we do stomp around on saying, hey, this is what we should do. This is what we need to do. And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because what we're doing now is we're trying to figure out what becomes of some recent land that we've purchased and even interested in purchasing more.
Okay.
So that we can build an industrial park.
Okay.
And when I say industrial park, what I mean and what we mean here as a unit is our industrial park doesn't have to look like any other city's industrial park.
Correct.
It is going to be custom and conducive to Ocilla.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I say to Ocilla, to our uniqueness, through farming, through agriculture, through sports.
Yes.
Yes. Through just genuine passion of neighbor, and we don't have it all figured out, but man,
Right.
we're on to something.
Right.
We're on to something here, and you can smell it in the atmosphere. You can tell it when somebody waves, just the voices of the children. Like
Okay.
there's a spirit of just grand energy here where everybody's like something is about to happen, and we're excited.
Right.
And I love this place because we're also so very much unique, man, that we're not even allowing what happens in other places to dictate the outcome and the spirit of what can happen and what can be right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's man, that's phenomenal, because you rarely do you get to see small communities grow and people happy and people saying, yo, what's better for, and in your terms, better for Ocilla.
Yes.
But what's better for the city? What's better for the people? What's better for us as a whole?
As a whole.
And one of the things that the city of Ocilla thrives on is heritage, service, and hospitality.
Yes.
What does that mean to you? How does that play a role in being better for Ocilla?
Well, to say heritage, everybody has one. We all come from someone.
Right.
We all have become because someone was.
Yes.
And now that we are here, we're literally here right now so that we can become, so that others can become.
Yes. Yes.
That is the promotion of our heritage,
Okay.
and to take it and pass it along. I say this all the time. I was just about to say I preach to the council. Sometimes it probably does sound like I'm preaching. But our real intent is to leave this city
Okay.
in better hands than we found it. Because we're only passing through. Man, in
Yeah.
a few years, we're going to be gone. In a few years, I already got a plot out there, man. I'm
Right.
going to be planted in our local city cemetery.
Okay.
And there's going to be a day where somebody ain't going to remember Melvin Harper, and that's fine, you know. But what they will remember, what they will confront is the choices that we made, the decisions that we had to kind of decide on what we're going to do that will affect generations to come.
Right.
That's our heritage. Now our service.
Right.
Our service is what we give. And when you're talking about the service being of what you give, you want to give the best of your service.
Yes, yes, you do.
Yeah,
Yes,
you want to. It's written there. You want to give the best of your service, and of course, your hospitality is how you give your service.
Man, that's
service with a smile. When I talk about that chivalry,
Yes,
opening
yes.
up of doors. Pausing, taking the time. That's hospitality to say, "Hey, how you doing?
Right, right.
What's going on?" The high fiving of two older fellas. But you can see it in their hospitable way of greeting each other with gestures that, man, these are two older guys, but you can tell at some point they used to be young.
Yes,
But because of the heritage and the service that it's connecting to their hospitality of showing that we've come from somewhere and a place that we can be proud of.
Man, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal, man. What's going on? I know we're releasing this here shortly. This interview.
Okay.
What's happening? We're going into the spring. What happens in Ocilla in the spring? Because we know the flowers bloom, the pollen is all over the place. Like, what can people look for to come to Ocilla, visit Ocilla? Why Ocilla, Georgia?
Why Ocilla, Georgia? Well, Ocilla, Georgia, because it's home. And you know the old saying, there's no place
like home.
Like home. What's happening in Ocilla in the spring of the year, man? First of all, every spring, our DDA, which stands for Downtown Development Authority,
Okay.
Which is under the leadership of our very own Claire Clayton Stone. She's the chairperson of Downtown Development. I've worked with her for years. Even before I thought about being an elected official, and I enjoyed serving, and I still try to support from afar what we do in the city of Ocilla. We spend our springtime cleaning up.
Okay.
Cleaning up. We have a service day, a Clean Up Ocilla Day, where we encourage every citizen from the north end, the south end, from the east side to the west side, to get all of those old rubber tires out of your yard.
Right.
And we have a service that comes by and collect them, and they dispose of them in their proper way. We clean out ditches. We clean out any miscellaneous paper and weeds, and we do good by coming together collectively. We're cleaning up because we're getting ready for one of our real grand spring attractions.
Okay.
You have no idea where you at, sir. You don't know where you sit. Did you know that Ocilla, Georgia is the birth home, the raising and rearing place of the legendary song and soul singer Dave Prater?
I did not know that.
You did not know that?
I did not know that.
Dave Prater, I'm a soul man. Yes,
Okay,
the group
okay.
Sam and Dave.
Okay.
Yes, Dave Prater is from Ocilla, Georgia.
Wow.
I knew his mother, Mrs. Prater. I'm great friends. Dave's daughter, Deborah, is like my aunt. She couldn't be close if my mom was sisters. Her Dave's grandchildren, they are literally my friends.
Right. Okay.
And so we have here in Ocilla what we call Prater Day.
Okay.
And it is a grand and a festive occasion. We have bands that come all over from the north, from the south. The occasion, the occasion is to just celebrate and to uplift this Southern soulful music, but the spirit in this occasion, in this celebration, it changes annually, year by year, man. People come out and we just listen to music.
Okay.
We honor him. We honor his life, his legacy, his children, his wife, and Prater Day, man, is where it's at.
Hey, man.
Prater Day is where it's at, man. I'm telling you. If you've never been to a Prater Day celebration, you better get ready, because it is one of the most soulful events in this little southern city, man. It's a good time.
We definitely going to have to check it out, man. We definitely going to have to see what's going on. We want to thank you for taking the time out to share your story, your journey as the first African-American mayor of the city of Ocilla.
Yes.
I want to thank you for that. We look forward to a better Osilla.
Yes.
You know,
That's
a better
right.
Osilla.
That's
know?
right.
And anything you would like to share with our audience before we go?
Yes. Of course, thank you for coming, man, taking out the time. I've really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed talking with you, speaking with you. Thank you for what you do, for making sure that little old people like me, that our stories are told, and it is the story of my city.
Yes.
It is the heritage of my city. What I would like, I don't want to sound religious, but I do want to be intentional. To anyone who is listening and looking at this, if you are into are concerned about your municipal providence, it may not be Osilla, but get involved. Show up at city council meetings. Find out who your city council persons are, because this is a unique way to support police, to support public works, to support your homestead of where you stay and where you live as a whole. You said, is there anything that I want people to know? Yes, I would want people to know that this is not easy.
Yes, yeah, definitely not easy.
And all who knows the word and the worth of prayer,
yes,
pray for me and people like me that we can continue to do what we have been called to do, that would honor God the most and would bring civility to our cities.
Man, we want to thank you for taking the time out, sharing your story. Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, where change starts with conversation. Thank you for our audience for tuning in. Here you go.
And equality. Now the world they will see. That's why we